What's up, everybody? Jed Johnson here from dieselcrew.com. Of course, you know they call me Napalm. And quick reminder to check out the description box. I've got the link for the playlist for all of the videos this month in the description box, as well as some links that will point you to some products. So if you've been engaged in this series throughout this month and you want to support the channel, support me and my business, there's links that you can use to do that very thing, including my own Amazon affiliate link, which I've had since like 2015 and almost never talk about. So probably missed my window on getting some commissions since I forgot to do that at all this month, but that's okay. If you're gonna do some Amazon shopping, check out my description box. And even if it's for Valentine's Day, maybe you're looking for something for someone that's very dear in your life, you can go through my Amazon link and I'll get a little kickback commission every so often. Hey, this is a little bit of a controversial question today, but it comes from my good old buddy Alan Hynek, who I used to do This Week in Grip with. And it's controversial because I'm going to bring up some stuff in the video that probably a lot of people aren't aware of. Let's get right to the question, and then I'm going to kind of shoot from the hip. I don't have any notes. This is from other questions from earlier in the month. What do you think of IronMind's rule modifications? Have they, which I assume they is IronMind, have they fallen out of favor with the grip and bending community? So I did ask for some clarification on what rules modifications he meant. So he said just the past couple of years, like the wraps and implement chalking, etc. So there's been so many changes on their certifications over the years. I'm going to stay away from grippers, okay? And specifically, Alan's talking about the wraps, the modifications to the bending certs that they have, which I did not even look up what the current rules are. I have no idea. All I know is it used to be that you could bend a red nail using IronMind wraps only, and you had to do it in a minute. I have no idea what the rules are now, okay? The way I'm going to answer this question, it doesn't matter what the rules are now. They also modified rules for competition lifts where you couldn't apply chalk directly to the implements, and then the implements had to be wiped off. And I don't remember what the specifics are of those either. So I'm not going to, I don't have those in front of me. I don't know what they are. You can go look at them. But here's the thing. It seems like every so often, IronMind does not like how many people are certifying on their challenges, and every so often they make changes to the rules to handcuff your ability to do the challenges. So I don't know why anybody would want to do that. I believe the time constraints are different now, and if I remember correctly, that includes wrapping the bar. I don't understand why you do that. In my opinion, I think it's a better idea if you're seeing all these people closing threes and bending red nails, and people are getting closer to the gold nail. Instead of changing the rules, why not just come out with another challenge? So people are going to eat that up. People are going to eat that up, man. They came out with more grippers eventually, and people buy all the grippers. I wouldn't be surprised if they came out with 3.25s and 3.75s and all that stuff sometime down the line, if it's even possible. But I mean, they're just going to sell more of the grippers. But why, like, literally piss people off by changing the rules to certifications to make it so freaking hard? It doesn't make any sense to me. And it's always the same list. They don't ever like asterisk anybody. They don't make a separate list for new rules. At least not that I'm aware of. Case in point of where I think they did it right is I saw that somewhat recently, I think it was this year, they came out with the Crush to Dust Plus, which I don't know what the specific numbers are. Like I said, I didn't go back and take notes for this, but before the Crush to Dust was 45-pound hub, number 2 gripper, and 200-pound rolling thunder. Well, they came out with Crush to Dust Plus, which I think is like, well, it's more weight on the hub, it's a heavier gripper, and a heavier rolling thunder. Let's put it that way. I think that's awesome because you have your initial rite of passage, if you will, for showing that you have a well-rounded grip in the Crush to Dust, and then when they make things slightly harder, that's your next step. That's a progression. It's kind of like grippers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have the trainer. Then you have the halves, the sport and guide, stuff like that. You have a complete progression, and that's more products, and that's more money coming in for the company. I think that's great. I've done the same thing with the Napalm's Nightmare. We started out with just 2 3/8 inch handles. We expanded to include 2-inch handles and other sizes of round handles. We expanded to include pinch grip handles. I believe that Luke has expanded further to include globe handles and ingot handles. So I'm not really sure what all the handles are on the Napalm's Nightmare these days. But the point is, if you're going to expand your line or expand the variety of challenges to include some that are less difficult and some that are more difficult, I think that's great. For instance, when they introduced the gold nail back when 2005, 6, 7, something like that, I'm not sure. I thought that was fantastic. But when you have, I don't know, 100 people on the red nail list, and then all of a sudden, like, you make the rules more strict and make it impossible for people to ever bend the gold nail because of these limitations, I just think that's asinine. So I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. They claim that their grippers don't vary, which they do, which I already outlined earlier this month in a video with data from Canon PowerWorks. The red nails have varied. There's been a clear-cut difference in difficulty between red nails. I've forgotten all the stories. There's been so much that's been done over the years where they deny certain things, and then they pass lifts where dudes have the implement squarely pinned against their crotch when they're lifting. I don't understand. Have they fallen out of favor with the grip and bending community? I think that a lot of people who are serious, gung-ho grip sport athletes, grip sport athletes are much more familiar with the history of grip, especially in the United States, and the history of what has gone on with IronMind as far as their questionable decisions. Let's put it that way. To further generalize an entire sport, I think that arm lifting competitors are not nearly as experienced and knowledgeable of some of these infractions. So has IronMind fallen out of favor with the grip and bending community? Yeah, I think so. The grip sport side and the bending side, yes. I think there's plenty of examples of that, and every time someone gets close to something and the rules change, you have certain people that are very vocal and they are not afraid to challenge IronMind's company with their decision, and then they post about it on social media, and make a big deal about it, or they'll go on the grip board and they will comment about it, and they'll express their frustration there as well. So that helps spread the news too. Some of these things could take place and nobody really know about them right away, but the news spreads like wildfire because it gets put out on things like social media and the grip board. So I think a lot of people are fed up with that kind of stuff. I think a lot of people understand that the Rolling Thunder is a very poor rolling handle, and I think that the Rolling Thunder has lost favor or fallen out of favor with grip sport athletes. And yeah, I think there is a percentage of the community that, you know, I know there's a lot of people that won't buy grippers from IronMind. They want to go through Can Powerworks instead because of the plain and simple, the like base rate shipping that I have experienced in buying stuff that was just astronomical for what you're buying. Just makes no sense. So I think that is enough detail in that response. It's all details are coming from memory. So if I've screwed up a date or something like that, that's very possible. Feel free to correct me in the comment section below, and I'm being very serious there. If anyone has any concrete examples of where I messed up in this response, feel free to go in and correct me, and I will acknowledge you in the comment section. But the thing that I'll say one more thing, that for as many people that IronMind has irritated over the years, it has not seemed to have as big of an impact as you might think, because they're able to pull in more and more customers, introduce grip to more and more people, and the customer quantity, the number of customers, sheer numbers, probably hasn't changed that much. So they're probably not seeing a big effect as far as like their bottom line figures. So there's no, I'm assuming, I don't know what their numbers are, but you know, every year more and more people want tips on the Rolling Thunder, and I'm like, you know, that's not a really good device. But it is what it is, and when it really comes down to it, I just want to get more people involved in grip. So if IronMind is exposing grip to more people, then, you know, my hope is for them to come the competition path and, you know, see them on the platform sometime, help them out to progress, learn from them as they share their experiences and knowledge. And that's probably what's really most important in the whole thing. So Alan, thanks for the comment and the good question. Hope I've been clear and made sense. If not, ask for clarification in the comments section, and I can either respond down there or submit a follow-up video. Thanks a lot, everybody. Check out the description box. Give the video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Comments below. Share with your friends. All the best in your training. Take care.